Hello everyone, welcome back to PokerProNews. Today we are thrilled to sit down with a player whose poker journey has been all about grit, growth, and big moments. On the field, Tyler Patterson is no stranger to the spotlight. From his early days grinding through the live circuit to lifting not one but two WSOP bracelets, his story is one of staying consistent in the game and that never stops changing. Just a month ago, he added a second bracelet to his name after a strong run in the WSOP 2025 $3K 600 no limit hold'em. A win that reflects not just skill but years of experience and sharp tournament strategies. We are diving into what drive him, how he approached the modern game, and what ahead in his poker journey. So let's welcome Mr. Tyler on the show. Hi Tyler, how are you?
Hi, Ron. Nice to meet you. Thanks for the invite.
So we would like to understand your beginning. I mean, what first drew you to poker, and at what point, you did realize, like, this is just not a hobby, but it's something more than that hobby. Yeah.
Okay, so it became a hobby for me just after college. I got a job dealing in a casino just in a summer job, and I really enjoyed that and made a lot of friends who played poker for fun on the side. And so I started playing poker just for fun in small games and small tournaments, and then eventually was just winning more than I was when I was working. So like slowly phased out dealing cards after like 3, 4 years and became just full-time playing. And it's been since 2007, I guess, since it was mostly since it was a full-time gig. I started playing cash games mostly in the Seattle area, and then eventually sort of transitioned more to tournaments. Once I had a little bit of tournament success, it's hard not to chase them all over the place.
Hmm. I mean, great. I mean, your recent WSOP win in 3K dollar 6 max came nearly a decade after your first bracelet. And what was going through your mind when the final river card hit and you realized you had done it again? And even
Uh,
at the stage.
that felt really good, and it was really nice having. I had a loud, noisy rail cheering me on, so it was really fun to have them be all there for that. My wife and a bunch of my friends are they're going nuts for me. Um, this one felt a little different because I just had all the chips the whole time at the final table, so like there was pressure to not mess it up, but the deck kind of ran me over and just I don't want to say it was easy because the players were great. They're tough players, but the cards just fell so perfectly. I didn't have to battle too much. Just everything kind of fell in place.
I mean, awesome. So you had success across WSOP, WPT, and the Good Run series. How do you mentally or strategically prepare differently for each tour?
Okay, so there's not too much different in like how I play each tournament, but the World Series is so long and so many days in a row, and I live in Vegas, so it's comfortable, but it does feel like a long grind. When I travel to one of these WPTs or the RunGood, you're there for maybe a week and kind of seeing a lot of people that you haven't seen for a while. It's kind of more of a party vibe. So I always have a good time on those poker trips. RunGood, WPT, both are they're incredible for the player experience. So I think a little more fun and loose in those, and the World Series kind of feels a little more serious.
So, I mean, my next question, over the years, how has your approach to studying the game changed? Are you still grinding study hours or relying more on instinct and experience now?
Okay, so I read every poker book there was back in I don't know, late 90s, early 2000. Um, and obviously there's a bunch of stuff in there that's outdated now, but just sort of, kept up with reading articles here and there or seeing things on Twitter that I would just dive down the rabbit hole, like something like that. But I don't put a ton of study in anymore. Like I'm not working with solvers, but I mean, I've paid for a couple courses here and there to learn how to do it and work with it a tiny bit. But now, if I have a big question, like a hand comes up that I can't solve myself, I reach out to my best friend, Matt Affleck. We were roommates here in Seattle a long time ago, and he does do the solver grind. So if I need help, I usually go to him, or there's a few other guys that I would go ask rather than do the solver checking myself. I don't do too much of that anymore.
Amazing. My next question, like many players struggle with burnout, and you kept playing for your passion alive for your, you are playing like more than 20 years, like 2 decades, right? So, what kept your passion alive? How do you maintain balance of the field?
Yeah, that's a good question. I just kind of never got bored of it. I guess if I was just only playing cash all the time in the same games, maybe I would get bored. But getting to mix it up with some tournaments here, some PLO here, some no limit here, maybe a mixed game every once in a while, and traveling a little bit, but not traveling too much. I have plenty of other outlets like golf and sports and stuff outside of the felt, and um, my wife's super supportive, so that's always helped. Um, I don't know. I know the idea of burnout never really hit me. I'm playing a game that I like, so it's not, at the end of a World Series, like if you have a negative World Series that's 6 weeks long, you can feel a little bummed out, but I'm still ready to go to the next tournament soon after that.
So you recently mentioned like your wife's support in a lot of ways, right? So can you just elaborate that point, like how your wife and family support you during that specific, like when you prepare for the tour or you visit the tour, like what kind of support they provide you?
Yeah, it's really nice. So, my wife she works remotely most of the time, so she does travel with me to some tournaments here and there. And when the tour comes into Vegas, we house some friends that a buddy of mine comes over from the UK, James Dempsey. He stays with us the whole summer. So we have like a tight knit, group of people that are hanging out the whole time. And my wife puts up with everybody, being around for so long and the weird hours that poker creates. And yeah, I mean, she kind of likes some of the things around poker too. And then I guess she's the big family support. But my mom's always been very supportive too. Like it scared her, of course, that I wanted to gamble for a living when I was young, but she's my biggest cheerleader. So yeah, I don't know. I got a good support system around. It's not just my family, but also a huge friend network of poker players, but also golfers and other just people hanging out that like to be around in Vegas during the summer.
I mean, that's really amazing. Does your wife play poker?
My wife does play poker a little bit. She has played a few World Series events in the past. She didn't get to because of work this time, but she did play a bunch online. She even won one of the WSOP online championship events. It's like a $55 tournament. She got first place for like almost 4,000. So that was pretty fun. So she plays the WSOP online at home and then I guess Club WBT Gold a little bit. And she wants to get out and play more live events, but it's hard with work. She has to basically commit to a 1 day tournament on a Saturday for it to be comfortable.
But that's really amazing. Like, so you just mentioned like I mean you have a support system of your friends also, but I'm considering those are poker friends only, like with whom you generally play. So my question is like how this your community like really help you out, or everybody like I mean you might be discussing a lot of hands, a lot of strategies together. So what do you think, like what kind of learnings and maybe a growth come out of this kind of community?
Yeah, it's not just hand histories and strategies, but that is certainly part of it. With, if there's other poker players you respect, you don't have to necessarily think that your decision is better than what they would have made. And it's nice to hear different angles about certain hands, but not even just hands, also just like how we are dealing with a downswing, or what we're doing, what tour we're going to next, or what little side activity we're going to do on each one of the tour stops or whatever. So I think having that kind of support is really nice. We can, I mean, make decisions like which tournament series to go to together, or like some of the emotional stuff to get through. Winning and losing is also really nice to have a bunch of people to talk to.
Awesome, amazing. You're often seen supporting fellow players on the rail. What's your relationship like with the broader poker community?
Yeah, this summer was really fun just seeing, I don't know, the good guys sort of win some things here and there, and getting to cheer for them. Makes it a little hard when you're celebrating with a different friend every 3, 4 days, because then you might not be sober for every tournament. But I don't know. It was a blast. So I think there is kind of a community. We're all playing against each other, of course, but there's a lot of people to root for in the poker world, I think, too.
Hmm. So my follow-up question, do you see yourself stepping into a professional coaching, or maybe in future, where you're gonna help like a lot of other players just to scale in the game?
So no, I've dabbled in coaching a little bit, and I just don't enjoy it. So maybe I could write something or some sort of thing like that, but actually one-on-one coaching or even in a group setting, it just makes me uncomfortable. I don't love it. Um, I send everybody who asks me, because I do get asked from time to time. I send everybody to Matt Affleck because he is great at it and he does love it. So if any of your followers from PokerProNews want to coach, Matt Affleck is the right guy. And I mean, I help him with things like, I don't know, like the physical tell stuff, or just emotional stuff, or that kind of field play stuff. I help him with, and he helps me with all the real data and the solving. And yeah, he can help you code. If you need a coach, that's the guy.
That's amazing. So my next question is so with two bracelets now in the bag, what drive you today? Is it about legacy, learning, or simply love of the game?
Mostly love the game, but that legacy stuff, it matters some. I mean, it might be interesting to get on some leaderboards of things here and there. Like there's obviously way less people that have three than people who have two, and I have a World Poker Tour title and a bracelet, but they used to call the Triple Crown if you also win an EPT. So I'd like to do that. There's only, I don't know, 10-ish people that have ever done that. So I'd really like to get an EPT. That'd be fun. Maybe travel a little bit more over there. Mostly, I don't know, just keep up this, it's a comfortable, fun gig. So I'd like to just continue doing it.
Amazing. I mean, we are also doing everything for the fun of the game.
Yeah.
So, okay, my next question, what part of your journey has been the most personally satisfying? Because I mean, you have been playing for last 20 years, right? The big titles, consistent deep runs, or something else, which is driving.
It's a good question. Um, the most satisfying, I guess, it's kind of shallow, but yeah, just the big wins, because I think consistency is really nice, but you get one of the big reasons why I'm playing tournaments and not cash as much is adrenaline, because it's fun, at the end of tournaments. And cash, you never really get adrenaline unless you're playing higher than you should. Like you don't get the blood flowing. It's just a strategy game that is pretty straightforward. So uh, I don't know. I think the glory and titles and stuff like that is probably a driving factor for me still.
Cool. Are there any formats or events still on your bucket list to win?
I mean, I would like to be able to commit more to the limit mixed games, but like during the World Series, there's always some big no limit at the same time, and I'm better at no limit than I am at those games. So I'm not going to skip no limit tournaments to play those games, at least not yet. So someday I'd like to get more into those. I'll play those now, like on you mentioned the Run Good tour that or something else smaller. When they have a $500 event, I might play some limit mix stuff, but I don't really, I'm not playing the big 10Ks at the World Series or anything yet. And I'd like to get into that world a little bit.
Hmm, cool. No? If Tyler is not a poker player, then what else?
I'm not sure what that would be. Um I thought I was going to go to school to be I don't know, politician or lawyer maybe. I don't know. I was going to go into history and figure it out from there. But uh, I love golf. I like to play golf, so it'd be really nice to be a professional golfer. I'd like to be able to compete in something else if I couldn't compete in poker, but I don't think I have the physical gifts to to make that a reality.
Cool. So yeah, so let's move towards the rapid fire round, like where I will ask you few questions and then I would expect answers like in one line or one word. Is that okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll try.
yeah, cool. So okay, rapid fire questions. Okay, one format you love but don't play as often as you'd like.
Pot limit Omaha 8 or better.
Okay, a tournament venue or stop that always give you good vibes.
Thunder Valley Casino. I'm representing here, just outside of Sacramento, and Run Good specifically. All the tours go through there, but Run Good is probably the most fun.
Okay. One mistake you see upcoming players make too often.
Um, Gambling on other things outside of poker if they're already successful in poker. So like, pit games and slot machines and sports, stuff like that.
Finish the sentence. Poker to me is
Fun.
cool. Final one. One piece of advice you would love to share with Poker Pro News viewers trying to improve their game or break through in the live scene.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go back to I'm still just plugging my friend, but you get coaching from Matt Affleck if you really want to get coaching. If you're just trying some advice that you can do on your own is I would say don't be scared to take some shots as long as I mean, don't go broke trying to play the biggest tournaments all the time, but like step up every once in a while, play a little bit bigger game here and there. Pick one tournament as long as you have a comfortable, renewable income or whatever. But take a few shots.
Interesting. So Tyler, how do you feel like, mindful coaching, how is it more important to all poker players because everybody is a sportsman, right? So what do you think about mindful coaching?
Like mindset coaching, mindfulness, that kind of stuff.
Mindfulness or psychological
Um,
coaching for poker players?
yeah, okay. I've never really done that, but I definitely believe there's a lot of value in it for a lot of people. I think uh, naturally I don't get too flustered or I don't get too high and too low, just kind of naturally, but I also don't have elite focus. So, just I really admire the players that are focused every single hand. They're not messing with their phone. They're, paying attention to every single hand. I don't have exactly that. And that is something that I could probably get if I asked some coach to help me, be more mindful of it. I think there is definitely value in it.
Great. So Tyler Patterson's story reminds us what poker is really about: skill, patience, and staying true to the grind. We appreciate him sharing his thoughts and experience with us, and we hope it felt us as inspired as we are. Tyler, thank you so much for taking time speak with us, and we wish you all the very best for the rest of your season. And we'll be watching you out for the next big run, and hoping to you invite you again for the interview very soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Bye.